you know, like some people feel like, oh, I'm too old to be wearing like bright colors and shimmers and things like that. I don't care. Well, hello there, my beautiful friends. Thank you for joining me today. For today's video, we're going to be creating a natural, glowy, spring, summery type look. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, then just keep on watching. Okay, so since we want to create a very nice and dewy, glowy skin, I'm just going to prep it with this Skinfix barrier. You can use it before makeup and you can use it after as well to set it. Has a super, super nice fine mist. So it's just gonna bring some moisture to the skin. And then I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin E, which is just a nice base. I'm trying to use it up because I've had it for a long time and it smells delicious. It smells like like a light citrusy scent, and it really helps with the longevity of the foundation. So I love using it. And because you guys know I am super extra, I'm going to also go in and just to blur the pores here, because this one is awesome for all over, but it doesn't provide a blurring effect here. So I'm gonna go in with the Clarins Instant Smooth and just kind of apply it in those areas. Not everywhere, but just where my pores are really visible. Okay, so for foundation, I'm kind of torn between these two. This is the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but so it's either that one or this Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This one I think is glowier. I think I'm gonna go with the Purlisse. I wish I really knew how to pronounce it. This one says it's like matte meets glowy. So it's not over the top glowy. So if that's the type of coverage that you like, which is what I tend to like. I like glowy, but not too much, because when it's too glowy, I feel like it just accentuates my pores. So we're gonna go in, I just put some in the back of my hand. We're gonna go in with this Flower Beauty sponge. Just take some like that. I'm just gonna take a little more. So now for concealer, we're gonna be trying the new Tarte concealer, which is called Ultra Creamy. I have it in the shade Medium Honey. And so on one side, I'm gonna be putting this one, and then on the other side, I'm going to be putting the original one, which is in the shade Tan Sand. So they're similar, but they're both, I think, a little bit too light for me, but we're just gonna go ahead with it. So just a few dots, because the coverage is still the same, and that right there, I think might be a bit much, but I just focus it mostly on the inner part first. Make sure I brighten that area, and then with whatever's left, then I go and bring it out. I do feel like this one is lighter in coverage. See, you can still see the darkness. Let's try the original one on the other side. Yes, this one the original one has slightly more coverage for sure. But as far as how it feels, they both feel the same way. They're both a little tacky. And so I always set it, because if not, I have a lot of transfer from my mascaras. So, I mean, so far I don't see a huge difference, but I'm gonna keep it on, and then I'm gonna check back in at the end of the day to see if we can see any really significant difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and set them now, and because they're both too light, I'm gonna go in with this KVD, whatever it's called, old Kat Von D powder, which is yellow. It's super yellow, so I'm hoping that this will kind of bring a little darkness to the eyes. I'm just gonna take some from the cap. Okay, moving on to bronzer, we're gonna use this Perricone MD. It's called No Makeup Bronzer. I couldn't find the shade number on it, but I'm gonna be using this stipple brush from e.l.f. It's called Selfie Ready Stipple Brush. I'm looking so washed out, and I don't know if it's the lighting or what's going on. I'm just gonna put some in the back of my hand. Well, that was nothing. Let's try that again. Okay. And I'm gonna take some and just tap it in, and then go in with the stippling brush and just kind of tap it. And then bring it up. Okay, now moving to blush, we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty blush in the shade Turks and Caicos. Looks like this. It's a beautiful coral. Oh, see, it feels so creamy. It's like cream powder. It doesn't even swatch. It's just a very like light, natural, like airy. I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna go in with this Sephora brush number 56. And let's try just going directly in and picking some up that way. Wow, it's so beautiful. And they have, I think, like 4 or 5 other shades. It just blended so seamlessly. This is so beginner user friendly because you can build it up slowly. So if you're the kind of person that's like intimidated by cream products, this one is more powder than cream. It is beautiful. Look at that, and it keeps that nice glow. Okay, now moving on to eyeshadow. When I think spring or summer looks, these are the 2 palettes that come to mind. The Sweet Talk from ColourPop, looks like this, or the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and it looks like this. I think I'm gonna go with Natasha Denona for today. It's has so many beautiful bright colors. I don't typically wear bright colors all the time, but I do in the spring and summer. I do go crazy with it. I'm not the kind of person that's like intimidated by colors, not at all. I mean, if you've seen my older videos, I used to have bright red, red hair. So yeah, you know, like some people feel like, oh, I'm too old to be wearing like bright colors and shimmers and things like that. I don't care. But you know what? Before we do the eyeshadow, I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Sorry, the Super Dirty. It has powder and cream. And I think it says on the back light, so I'm assuming there's other colors, but this one works fine. And what I do is I go in with the powder first. I'm gonna speed through this so that we're not here forever. Okay, so now I go into the creamy side, which is this brown here, and then this will set it at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna start with the eye look. I'm gonna start with this color here. I can't read it without my glasses, but it's this peachy one here. And I'm just gonna throw that all over the crease using my usual Alamar blending brush. I'm I'm just gonna take a small brush and just run that same color, just run it on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna start using this brush. This one is from Morphe, and it doesn't have a number or anything on it, but I'm going to go in with this orange here. I'm gonna grab the original brush that we used from Alamar and then go in and blend that out. I'm going to darken the outer V, and this is the darkest one, so I'm gonna deepen it using this type of like berry-ish color. I'm gonna be using this also small blending brush from Sephora. Again, it has no number. All right, next we're gonna be taking this shade here, that one, and we're gonna be using just a flat shader brush. And we're just gonna place that sort of like in the center. And then I'm going to just clean that and then go in with this color here. Then I'm gonna take this tiny pointy brush. Sorry, this one has no number either, but it's from Real Techniques, and it's just like a tiny point. And I'm just going to grab this color here and just drop that a little bit in the inner corner. Just inner corner, just to brighten that a little bit more. I'm going to use that same brush and just take a little bit of that dark color, this one, and just put it in the outer part. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay Rockstar. It's like a brown, and I'm just gonna tight line. And then I like to bring just a little bit like in the center. I feel like it makes the mascara look fuller when I do that. I feel like we don't have enough color on the cheek, so I'm gonna go in and layer more blush on top of the cream. I'm gonna use the Alamar Cosmetics. It's this trio blush. And they're very, not shimmery, but they're a little bit glowy. So I'm just gonna take the dark one. And this is a Sigma brush F40. So I'll just be applying a little bit of that. Okay, so this is the point where I come in and I set my entire face. We're gonna be using the Catrice Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This is an older one, but one of my favorites. And if you know me, you know I do this first and I go in and curl my lashes at this point while the lashes are wet to kind of help hold the curl longer. And for mascara, we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Sky High. I have not been able to stop using this mascara ever since it came out. I am obsessed with it. Look at that. Doesn't that look like I have falsies on? I love it, I love it. So I let that dry. While that dries, we're gonna go in and apply a little bit more glow. We're gonna go in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have it in the shade 5 Tan. So what I'm gonna do is just put some in the back of my hand, like that. And I might have picked too much. And you can go in and just do it, you know, with your fingers. Just tap it in. And now that the upper lashes are dry, I go in with the Lash Princess, like I was mentioning, but this is the waterproof, and I do that in the lower one, so to hopefully have less transfer than normal. Okay, and for the lips, I'm gonna go in with this new one, Catrice Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm. It has a bunch of skincare ingredients. Let me read them. It has Hyaluron, Vitamin E, Shea Butter, Green Tea, and Goji Berry. So it is packed with antioxidants and things that are awesome for you. Should be a nice nude. Feels really good on the lips. Pretty sheer. I thought it would have more color to it, but it's pretty. I'm gonna just line the lips now. I know I do it backwards with the Urban Decay lip liner in the shade Liar. All right, guys, well, that completes this video. There you have it. Spring, summer, color, glowiness, light coverage foundation, and all that good stuff. I hope you got something out of this video today. Thank you again for joining me in the first place. I hope you will consider subscribing. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Love you. Bye. Mwah.